I started just over a year ago being trained, and then my first solo show, I looked it up, was the 3rd of May last year. There's 15 volunteers here, completely unpaid, and I just love radio. I mean, it's something I've enjoyed since I was a youngster, listening to the radio. I remember a friend of mine, when we were about 15 years old, we used to actually play being DJs, because we built up a decent collection of singles by then. We just used to record ourselves doing our own shows, and it's like 40 years later I'm doing it for real, as it were. But yeah, it's something I do enjoy, radio, an awful lot. I get a few requests, but primarily it's what I like and hopefully other people like. It's trying to get a right balance, because as you wander around the hospital you notice all age groups, a complete mix. I've got to be very careful I don't play anything that offends anyone or upsets them, so there's no sort of raucous heavy rock, unfortunately. I have to be careful of the lyrical content. I tend to make the music fairly safe, in the sense that it's, as I mentioned elsewhere, it's not so raucous. But to keep it interesting, probably for myself, I do little themes, be it Motown, kick up the 80s is one of my things. I always have an album or an artist of the week, play 4 songs from that. I have a guilty pleasure most weeks, be it stuff that I'm not supposed to like, be it Steps, Barry Manilow, Girls Aloud, a couple of those. Something I've just started recently is a top 10 trilogy. I'll play 3 songs from a particular chart years ago, so people listening can decide, like a little quiz, if they can remember the year. I do like to share my love of music with other people and hope they get out of the music what I get out of it, because it's just one of those passions I've ever had since I was, about 10. So I was brought up loving music, and it's just great to be able to share it with people on a weekly basis.